This brother right here, man, is one of my favorite. I used to watch him a long time ago. But in this thing called conscious, you jump in and jump out. You never truly jump out, but you can kind of like try to minimize it at some point when you feel like, damn, like this shit, I'm just all in this shit 24/7. Let me just chill. Let me try to regroup. Cause like I said, when you tap into this conscious shit, when you tap into this trying to expand your knowledge and stuff like that, you go so heavy in, man, you kind of can get lost in there. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to advise people, like, being aware of what's going on in the world, it can be stressful. A lot of people don't understand that, like, when you want this knowledge, when you want to be conscious, when you want to be aware of the things that are going on around you, it take a toll on you. Because a lot of things you feel like you can't do nothing about it. So you sitting there with all this information of what's going on in the world, and you like, man, we got to do something. We got to get out there and help. And then, so forth and so on and so on. Then they say when you really get conscious into that next level, to that higher self, you realize that you can't save the world. And I think I'm starting to finally understand that. It took me a long time to get here, because that's been one of my goals as a kid, to save the world, to help people around the world, to make the world a difference. I had my daughter on that stuff. And I'm glad I stopped myself from pushing my daughter down that road, because my daughter's slogan used to be, save the world. Like when I say, who are you? She would say, I'm Morgan Lipkin. I want to save the world. She'd tell me what her career choices was. Like she want to be a police officer, stuff like this, or a firefighter. And, I forgot the slogan, but she had I promise you, if I was to call her right now, she probably know the slogan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I kind of got away from that, because see, this is what I say, you have to be a hypocrite in order to be growing in life. If you're not a hypocrite, then you're not growing. Because a lot of things that I said at 15, I won't say at 32. Things that I said at 27, I won't say at 32. A lot of things about me, the way that I used to think, is totally different from now. I used to be against religion. I'm not against the religion anymore. Because I said to myself, my personal choice, if this person is believing in something that got them doing right by me and you, then why should I be against their religion? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things about me has changed, man. Do I still think, I still have my own opinion about some things, but I have grown to accept things. Like, I used to be against homosexuality. At 32, I'm not against who you having sex with. I don't think I ever, me being honest, I never been against who you had sex with. It always just bothered me that they would push this on to kids. That's been my main issue when it comes to the rainbow community. How it was just forced upon people. You know what I'm saying? And I never been with that. I will say, I used to be afraid of gay people. I'm not afraid to say that. I used to have a fear. Because the way that they made it seem like gay people was monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people like got some evil powers, or they got some long fingernails that'll reach out and grab you and catch you and rape you. This is what I thought. This is how they made it seem. Like, they made it seem like if you was gay, you was a creature. And I used to be afraid. I'm not going to even lie. A lot of people won't admit that. A lot of people won't admit that they was afraid of gay people. How they made gay people seem, nigga, I was scared of them. I thought it was something like, when you're a kid and you hear that fire truck coming, that's how I used to feel about them. But as I got older, I realized it's just another human being. What is sexuality? I'm not afraid of his or her sexuality. And furthermore, I don't give a fuck who you sleeping with. That's your bedroom. But can we stop pushing this on kids? So what I'm saying is, This is a brother that I used to watch a long time ago, and I kind of like lost him over the years because I started growing, tapping into other stuff, starting, misplacing some of my respectable teachers like him. You know what I'm saying? So I started misplacing my teachers and started picking up new teachers and started moving on in life. You just start going, and you leave. You put some people in a spot and you don't come back to get them. You just leave them there. So this was a guy that was teaching me back then. But of course, I had so much going on. So, me tapping into that awareness and that consciousness, I was trying to pull myself out. At one point, I was like, man, I hate I even fucking woke up. And I really would like to know how people feel about that. I really would like to know how do people feel about being aware. Do we all celebrate this shit? Or do we have moments where we be like, bro, this shit is too much? I really would like to know how do conscious people feel after that first month of being conscious? Because I know for a fact, I ain't never been afraid to tell y'all no real shit. Nigga, I was begging to forget some of this shit. I was asking God, can he please let me go back to being normal? I really said this. I said, God, please, I want to be normal again. Because, bro, when you tap into this shit, man, this shit is fucking night and day. Your whole world changed the moment you become aware. The moment you become aware, the moment you become conscious, the moment you become whatever they call woke, conscious, awakened, I don't know, whatever word you want to use. The moment that shit happened to you, everything changed. And you can't go back to normal. You can't go back to that world that you used to live where it was just peaches and creams and there was no such thing called trafficking, child trafficking. There was no such thing called spirits, energy. I wanted to go back to where I didn't know this shit exists, because when you start seeing this shit and you start understanding this shit, it hit different, bro. It hit different. So